Puppey from Team Secret, welcome to Kuala Lumpur. As you know, you have a ton of fans here in Malaysia, and they have submitted questions for you.
Sure.
Here's the first question. What is the team's plan in preparing for TI6?
Oh, that's really far. Generally, before every TI, what do? You go to a boot camp, you try to find out the best way to play the game, and you bring out all the strategies that you've been holding on through the whole year. It's not like a regular tournament where you can actually like hold back some strategies or think a little bit further. Sometimes you're not good enough actually to play strategies on the tournament because you're not good enough, perhaps. And but you know what's good, so you kind of understand it and you prepare for the next tournament, kind of. But in TI6, you forget all of those things and do it there.
You improvise there and then, right?
You don't. Yeah, you have to improvise regardless. But all those things that you feel were good and we should do it, you kind of practice till the end until you find it in TI6. If you don't find it, or TI, if you don't find it, then you might lose. So that's it.
All right. Second question. Do you like spicy food? Have you tried the spicy food here in Malaysia?
Yeah, I like spicy food, and I think I've tried some of the spicy foods here. I mean, I'm not sure. It's not like.
Is it soupy or is it reddish and full of chili on top and oil?
Most likely oils and chili type.
Oil and chili type. Sambal.
Something more like that. I don't think I've got some, whatever the first things you said.
That's all right. Okay, the third question from the same guy. What do you think of the Dota 2 scene in Southeast Asia and what needs to improve?
I think Dota had its time, like long time ago, where they were in their peak. They were definitely top one regard in that sense. Any one of those teams could have beaten and gotten first places like 5 years ago. But something really happened. I'm not really sure because I only kind of investigate in my own area much more. I understand China has a big base and something happened in Dota 2. Probably most likely the fact that you couldn't actually play the game. The same problem happened in China, that China wasn't really that good in Dota 2 at least because they didn't have servers to play on. They didn't have the accounts or whatever the goddamn crap was about, all the point that you couldn't play Dota 2. And now you've maybe fallen behind in that sense that people are a little bit better now. But I don't know, it's stability maybe is a game of control here. Stability isn't really that big of a deal in Europe also. Everything's kind of unstable anyway. I'm not really sure what happened, but because there were a lot of C players that were good at Warcraft 3, they were good at Dota, and they've kind of fallen off. Maybe maybe life got better in Malaysia or something like that, and then people like want to go for jobs or do school rather than to do this professional gaming because it comes from a young age. It comes from a very young age, and all this LAN cafe stuff maybe it's already dead kind of here. All
right, next question is from Anjoy Ioina. What do you think you'll be doing if you did not play Dota professionally?
I'd be like some kind of musician or like I'd obviously do something revolving, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you play instruments, right? Violin, the piano?
I play the piano just a little bit. Flute, yes. Saxophone, guitar, yeah, clarinet. I could probably pick up drums very easily too.
You're a whole band yourself. You can just be a one-man band.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I can sing too, but it's like I sing in a choir for like 10 years or 12.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you just stopped.
Well, Dota happened, I mean, a career happened in that sense. That was a school stuff anyway.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm good at, I guess, physics, chemistry, whatever. I wasn't really good at studying that, but I was kind of okay understanding everything. I didn't have good grades or anything, but in that sense, I don't know. The choices were there. But I never kind of fully liked subjects in that center like point. I kind of wanted to do something, not the subject myself in that sense. I would like to create art in that sense of by like playing music, but I never wanted to be like the best saxophone player in the world or the best guitarist in the world. I want to make a song. Like that's not a subject. That's just creating something yourself. In that sense, where you like create something new, as in you don't have to be a I don't know, physics teacher or something like that to create something new in this world that will help people. You don't need to, if you create the vacuum cleaner, I mean, like you don't need to be a physics person. Yeah, we all love it. It's for good use, and the person who created it might have been like a very smart person in the subject of physics, but to be honest, he had an idea and that's what matters. And you know,
The spark, right?
yeah. So I was kind of like, I don't know what I would be in that sense.
All right. Okay, this next question is from Faris Fauzi. Is there one player you'd really like to play with, but not got the chance to?
These days, I don't know. Who would I want to play with that I haven't played with yet? I mean, I play with a lot of people that I wanted already to play with.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have to focus on my own team. And I don't really have anybody that I really wanted to play with, because before I wanted to play with S4, and before I wanted to play with RTZ, and I kind of got to do that anyway, and it was fun. So, and now I got to play with Zai too, which was pretty fun. And I have like those questions of really wanting to play with someone, and kind of like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I felt some good fun already. I'm kind of chilling right now. I don't really need to like. Maybe that will come out after like a year or something like that. Like I really want to play with that guy. Yeah. But right now, I kind of feel like I'm alright.
Valen Gary and Fami Benjamin asked, which hero is your favorite?
Don't have a favorite hero. That's how you stay cool as a like captain or something like that. Don't have a favorite. You have to just have favorite strategies. Yeah, everybody has to have his place. You know. There's no favorite son or something like that. There's no favorite, you know, daughter. No, there's no equality. But somebody's better, somebody's worse. But I don't have a favorite.
Mohammed Nizwan asked, what did you think of the Malaysian crowd at the Cyber Games?
I think they were very hype.
Well, they are your fans.
I mean, generally, it's like they believe in this esports much more than Westerners, and that was the case in like in Dota 1 and Warcraft times, StarCraft times, even StarCraft in Korea. Like people believe in it so much that you get this crowd vibe. The hype is so real that you just enjoy it. So I like to see Dota. Like we're gonna go to the Philippines maybe later sometime, and we're gonna expect the same type of vibe from the crowd. And it's good.
Okay, good. All right, this next question is from Hafiz Mukif. Have you ever considered playing in the carry role?
Yes.
Of course. You're captain.
But not recently.
As if Farhan asked, how many hours a day do you practice?
Depends. It's like weeks go by differently. For instance, right now we're not really practicing. We're on this tournament. And we had kind of a day or two of boot camp, and then we practiced. Maybe we played like 4 games pubs and 4 or 5 official matches. That's like 8 hours, let's say. When we're practicing though, it's usually 8 to 10 hours.
Right. Okay. This next question is from Alosh Yaboys. Yaboys. How do you manage Team Secret to be the best? Good question.
It's really not connected to Team Secret now. It's kind of connected to... I mean, he's probably asking in a way, like, how do you make your team the best? And apparently my team is Team Secret. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta find strengths of your players. You gotta find what works for them the best. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And even though I wouldn't say, like, this is the only way to do it, you also have to push the limits of your players to make them understand that this way is actually better, or whatever the case is. Pretty much, it's a team thing.
Right.
And
you have to put your ego aside. And
yes, and it's not really connected to only myself. It's connected to the players also. They have to be involved, and they have to be understandable. But overall, it boils down kind of to the fact that, are you good at explaining? Is this good or not? Because you might be right, but you might be really bad at explaining it, you know. Like, and there's a lot of people like that in this world that understand that they're right, but they just blurb it out, and they're like, and they go like all aggression on them or something, and it's kind of pointless. And nobody's gonna believe a person like that. But it's an art also to convey words. And well, you have to, most of the time, finding out the best niche for your players is worth it. It's not always the best way, because sometimes there's just no niche to get upon and you need to just change it up. That's usually when you have problem with synergy, and then you just have to remove a player or get a player, because it takes too much time to actually resolve it. And realistically, so not by just only trying to resolve it like it will work. No, you actually will start hating each other. after months and months of trying to resolve it, it's just not actually going to work out. We already know like stuff like that exists. It exists everywhere. It's a relationship in that sense. If you can't resolve it really quickly, you're gonna hate yourselves. That's pretty much it.